Hi, my name is David Wilkes, and I'm an avid boater all up and down the East Coast. And I just wanted to share my deepest condolences to the families that were affected by this incredible explosion that you're watching now in slow motion. And you can see the bodies being blown. There's three being blown from the back of the boat. There were two more people that were recovered afterwards, and most of the videos online are not showing the hero's recovery. This may be disturbing. I would stop the video right now if this is something that will affect you, but this is why I keep sharing this video, because I've gone through an episode like this with my own boat catching on fire due to a flash fire from starting the boat with fuel vapors nearby. At this point, you see in the slow motion, I believe it's a child or a young adult that's crawling across the top deck. Now, they've come from the back of the boat, out of the fire, holding onto the rails and slipping into the water. And this is where innocent bystanders have run out to the dock to assist getting this person off the boat. Now you'll see there's a life ring sitting there, and there's people attempting to throw a rope or a dock line into the water to this person. I don't understand why they didn't just grab the life ring. It just seems like in this incredible tragedy, there's so much going on. Now you can see they've recovered one person from the water already, and they've brought that person towards the right side of the screen. And you'll see he's pulling the hose out, and there's the other bystanders. I'm calling these people the heroes of this, are carrying, I guess, one female that was recovered. And I believe that's the female that was blown from the back of the boat that landed into the water. If you look around this dock, you see no ladders. You see no way for people to climb out of the water and back onto the dock. And when my boat blew up, that was an issue because my friend was blown from the deck of the boat into the water and actually had to climb up on a nearby boat to recover from being in the water because the dock was so high. People are attending this person, and you can see also the person that was in the water that fell off the deck of the boat. They're now trying to recover that person from the water. There's three people carrying the one person up to the water, and it's probably because their skin and their body is really in a bad shape. Just watching this video is traumatic. I cannot express enough. Turning on the bilge blowers isn't enough. If you watch the beginning of this boat video, or this boat explosion video, you'll see that the front of the boat, the entire cabin of the boat, was engulfed in flames. Now they're carrying the child out. I believe that's the child that's going up the rampway now. And there's someone pointing to somebody in the water. This leads me to believe that this could possibly be either the person that went missing, because I see that the life ring is still sitting there on the post. It still hasn't been used. And at this point, I believe that the guy who works there, the dockhand, finally grabs the life ring and puts it in the water. This may be the person who was deceased, and maybe they went up underneath the dock. I'm not quite sure because I'm watching this off the live stream video, just as you all are. The fire has now consumed the pontoon boat. It's now spread to that. It's devastating to see this. And now it looks like he's got the life ring and he's moving it along the side of the dock. Maybe he's got it underneath, or he's trying to reach out to somebody underneath. Again, I don't know all of the details here. It's just it's a devastating thing to see. I just can't understand why any of the boats that have cruised past um, in this 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of time haven't pulled up alongside, thrown a hook around the guardrail of the boat, the outer rail, and pulled this thing from the dock. I mean, that would have been the first thing that I did. At this point, the people that are on the deck walking around grab the fire hose and immediately take command of this and start using the fire system that is there on the dock for something like this. I don't understand why someone didn't take charge of this in the beginning and start doing this. That would have definitely kept a lot of this fire from probably spreading. I mean, obviously, when this is all happening, it's happening really fast, and there's a lot of traumatic shock going around with everybody. I can't make any guesstimates as to what goes through people's minds when it was happening to me. It was just a matter of throwing people that were on my boat onto the top deck so that they could actually get off the boat, which was just absolutely devastating to me at the time, and it's taken a long time to get past that. That's why I'm sharing this video, because I can tell you it's not just the bilge blowers. It's not just turning on blowers for 4 or 5 minutes and hoping that the water around you doesn't have fuel vapor, because that's what happened to us. The previous boat that was fueling had spilled a tremendous amount of gasoline in the water, and the vapors from that, when I turned my bilge blowers on, the bilge blowers were actually taking fuel vapors from outside. Instead of putting fresh air in my bilge, it was literally taking fuel vapor and putting it in my bilge. And when I hit the start button for the second engine, that's when my boat exploded, and it blew the back hatch off, which I had 2 people that were sitting on it, and it threw one in the water and one forward in the hull. Absolutely a devastating episode for me, and something that has changed my life forever. The situation here, they obviously had a lot of fuel vapor in the forward cabin of the boat. If this is something that you do if you're a boater, if you've got a boat that has gasoline powered inboard engines or stern drive engines, most definitely open up everything when you're refueling the boat. Open up all of the hatches, go forward. If you have any hint of vapor or fuel smell, do not start this boat. Do not light an e-cigarette. Do not use your cell phone. I mean, all of the precautions that you see at the gas pump every single day when you're refueling your car, don't do any of those things. Do not start the boat. The technology of engines is brutal, and you could, even just turning on a stereo system, you could light it off. Now you see that the fire's pretty much been put out on the first boat. It's the pontoon boat that's ablaze when the firefighters finally arrive. And then within minutes, now the local police and Marine Patrol have arrived. So all of this is about, prior to about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So all of this has been going on for 30 plus minutes. And, the firefighters quickly grabbed the hose that, it was already there. People have made comments, you fight fire with water. Well, what do you think you do when you're on the water? You're dousing it with water. The brutal part of this video is when this happens, some people will step up, some people will freeze, and some people are going to go beyond. And you have to go beyond. You have to push yourself to go beyond to help others. And that's God's call for us all to be here. I don't have to assume that what I would do, because I've been there, and now that I know, I take the precautions and I make sure that my hull and my passengers are safe, and that everybody's either off the boat or all the doors are closed while refueling. I take absolutely every possible precaution, and I never rush to get the boat started to get off the dock. Please leave a comment. Please share any experiences if this has ever happened to you, or what happens to these people. This is a tragedy. It's a horrific tragedy just days before Christmas. And I'm only sharing this because of my own personal experience. I'm only sharing this because I want people to understand boating is so much fun, but it can change your life in a bad way fast and give you no control. Merry Christmas to everybody, and God bless you all.